Hello everyone, Janik here, playing Automation and BeamNG.Drive. In case any of you don't know, this game Automation is a car company tycoon simulator. You design and build your own cars. About a couple months back, the game was updated so you can export the cars you design to BeamNG and drive them around. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make some fun cars and we're going to test drive them in Beam. The idea of this series is I want to make a variety of different cars, and then we're going to get them together and test them all in a sort of automotive Olympics. Except I can't call it that unless I want to get angry letters from a certain organization. Trust me, that actually did happen to another YouTuber who's doing a similar series. So this first video, what we're going to do is we're going to build an off-road sports car. Basically, recreating the Forza Edition Ford Capri from Forza Horizon 4. Now, unfortunately, in this game, we don't have a Mark 1 Capri body, so we're going to use this 85 Coupe. That seems like a good car. Let's see, we want some corrosion resistance, because we're going off-road. Ladder frame is fine. Front longitudinal engine. Front suspension. Let's go with the leaf bone and a nice sturdy solid axle on the back. You know, just like the Capri, I think. Now the fun part, building the engine. I like building engines in this game. Fun fact, the Mark 1 Capri was actually available with a V4 engine, but we can't build a V4 in this game, unfortunately. If there's any devs watching this, get on that. I want to build a V4. The Forza Edition Capri in Forza Horizon 4 is using a 2-liter inline 4 engine. But I think this body that we picked is a bit bigger, so it's probably going to be a bit heavier, so we're going to go with the 5-cylinder. Nice. We'll go with aluminum. Direct acting overhead cam. More aluminum there. And let's get that 2.5 liters, perfect. And it's too long to fit in the car apparently. Whoops. Let's see, if we go for a stroker motor, long stroke, shorter, smaller bore, maybe we can get a 2.5 to fit. No, we cannot. Damn. Okay, so we're gonna have to make this engine a wee bit smaller than I had hoped. There, 100% fill. So it's a 2.26. That's fine. Crank, let's go with forged. Heavy duty, let's go heavy duty forged for the internals. Top end, some variable valve timing. Yes, we're gonna want a turbo. The Forza Edition Capri in Forza has about 320 horsepower, and we want to beat that. So we'll leave all this alone for now. Come back. Multi-point per cylinder. Let's go performance and regular, guys, because we want to make this a road legal vehicle. We want it to be road legal, so we need some baffling and 21 horsepower, or 21 torque, 15 horsepower, and we're knocking bad. So we're gonna have to do some tuning. That's still not anywhere near enough power for what we want. Let's crank up the cam profile. Whoop, bigger turbo. Bigger turbo solves many problems. Didn't get as much power as I'd hoped. Fuel system. We can get more revs out of it. Yeah, we can get more revs. 65. Conrads don't really like it that much. We're trying to break 300 horsepower, and right now we're like not even halfway there. Engine is running too rich. Reducing fuel economy. Yep, that definitely was. 200 horsepower, 184 torque. It's not enough. We need more. What about the exhaust? Is it restricting? It is restricting a lot, actually. I'm not getting nearly as much power as I'd hoped, but we can't make the engine any bigger unless we want to go with a V6. And I've never built an inline 5 in this game before, so that's what I want to do. We might have to settle with a bit less power than I initially wanted. Well, we are working with 1990 technology. I didn't want to go too ultra modern because we're going with an 85 body. Bumping those up, put up at the Conrads. If we upgrade the conrods, now the pistons don't like it. We might have to settle for that. It's quite a lot less power than I was hoping for. Ooh. Sounds nice. Ooh, man. It's popping a lot. Ooh. It's making an awful lot of poppy noises. Let's see if we can get rid of that first muffler and try again. How much power are we getting now? Didn't change the power. Did it change the noise? I think it is a little bit louder. Ooh, more boost. Nope. More boost does not help. I don't necessarily want to crank up the quality because that's going to make the car more expensive, and I kind of want it to be marketable. So we will have to deal 250 horsepower, 200 torque. Bit less than I was hoping for, especially for, you know, an off-road sports car, and this is definitely a lot bigger than a Mark 1 Ford Capri. So it's less powerful and bigger, which is probably going to make it much heavier. What kind of color do we want for this thing? The 4th edition Capri has like a matte gray color, but the matte colors don't necessarily show up too well when you import them into Beam. That's very dark. It's a bit too dark for what we want. I kind of want a gray color. But, let's see. Here's the new paint. It's actually the random color it gave us ain't too bad, actually. I like that. Let's give it a bit more shine. Make it shinier and crank up the pearl. Eh, it's not too bad. What are we gonna call this car, though? That is something we need to figure out. My idea would be put little grills here on the side. We'll put the headlights inside the grill, and then the main grill will be here. See that? Yeah, it's looking alright. It's a bit too much chrome. Let's make it black. And the main grill here in the middle. Looking pretty good. Let's make sure these are brought forward. That is looking pretty good. I like that. Still a bit too much chrome. We don't want it to be too chromy. There's a little bumper grill in there, and then we need some fog lights. We gotta have some fog lights, but smaller and right about there. We got some nice fog lights under there. Ooh, proper turn signals. I don't actually have any turn signals on here. Definitely need some turn signals. We'll just stick them on the bumper there. That works. You know what? Let's go 4x4. We're making this an off-road sports car, and those bumper lines don't hide behind that. There we go. That works. See, the front end is looking really good now. I'm liking this so far. Door handles, it's going to be a rugged off-road vehicle. Let's put some Jeep door handles on there. That's something that will be good and sturdy for an off-road vehicle. I think I kind of like those ones. It's an antenna. We want to be able to listen to radio while we're cruising down the off-road trails. Why not give it a trailer hitch so we can tow something? It's gonna be an off-road vehicle. Might as well give it a trailer hitch. Be a good one that actually kind of fits the body style of this car. Those might work. Let's stretch them vertically. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like that. Maybe go something with a nice utilitarian design. It's supposed to be an off-road vehicle. Okay, those ones apparently don't work. That one's fine. That looks pretty good right about there. Scale it up a tiny bit. Perfect. Yeah, that actually does look good. I like that. Well, this thing's coming along quite nicely now. Let's give it the rest of the features it needs to make it road legal by modern standards, even though it's a 1990 car, but whatever. So it needs turn signals on the side here. And then change that to red. There. That's to comply with the modern safety standards. I forgot the third brake light. Gotta have that third brake light. 4x4 turbo. Yes. Some nice 4x4 badging on the side. We want everyone to know this is a four-wheel drive vehicle. Even though the Forza Edition Capri and Forza Horizon 4 is still rear-wheel drive, but we're gonna make this thing four-wheel drive. It's gonna be even better than the Capri. And of course we want turbo. Let's stick the turbo badge like right in there. Four by four turbo. This is coming along quite nicely, although I think it needs more lighting to thoroughly light up the trail at night. Now there aren't no like roof light racks in this game, so we'll make do by putting pop-ups on the roof. It's genius. Why has nobody else thought of this? It's probably a dumb idea. It's probably why. Because if they actually did fold down, they would be protruding into the passenger compartment. Let's give it a spare tire. It's gonna need to be bigger. And some extra fuel. Put an extra fuel tank on the back. Or, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to pick this one. Maybe we'll put the fuel there. And mirror it, so we got those little fuel tanks kind of flanking the side. And actually put the fuel cap for the vehicle right there. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Maybe some vents. Let's put some vents on here. Just add to the aggressive look. Ooh, yes. Let's put the vents kind of connected with that light. Ooh, yes. I like that. That's looking pretty cool. God, I wish I had something that could be used as like a snorkel. That is too much. Definitely don't need two if we're gonna make it a snorkel. There. A dumb looking snorkel thing that probably won't work in game, but whatever. We'll figure it out. Let's see, all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive? Let's go with the good old-fashioned four-wheel drive. Let's go with the 5-speed manual. This estimates top speed of 163. That's pretty good. Let's go automatic locker. Even though it still functions as a manual locker once we import it to Beam. But whatever. Radials. We want some chunky off-road, and we want them as big as we can fit in here. Okay. 680 is as big as we can go. I think 16s looks right. And then crank the size up. Let's go with some alloys, make them nice and light. Brakes, we want them vented. It's gonna be off-road. It's gonna be on an off-road skid tray. Interior, we want 5 seats. Let's go with the standard interior, with the basic cassette, because it's 1990. Let's go ahead and give it some traction control. Advanced 80s is cheaper. Standard 80s is a lot cheaper. So we'll go standard just to keep the price down. And off-road. 403? What's that look like? Oh man, that ground clearance. Let's see. What do we got here? Front brake force is low. So we need to make the discs bigger. Car tends to oversteer. That's not good. Terminally oversteers. Rear ride frequency is low. Increasing spring stiffness. Okay, 1 notch was plenty good enough. Tires are wide. Yeah, they're very wide. How wide are they? Huge! In fact, let's bring them down a little bit. We don't think we really need them to be that big. Oh, about 305s all around. Still says they're wide, but we want wide tires. It's an off-roader. I think we can get away 275s all around. That looks fine. Still says they're wide, but whatever. Now we gotta figure out the oversteer issues. Which, we might be able to solve with some aerodynamics. So let's go ahead and put a wing on the back. Help keep that back end planted. A little bit of aerodynamics there, and then maybe a little lip on the front. Just so we can have a wee bit of downforce. What is going on there? What is going on there? Alright, that should be fine. So we can get a tad bit more downforce. See, we got much more downforce on the rear. There you go. Still wants to oversteer. Increase rear grip, so I think we'll just have to go bigger on the back. Let's see, increase spring stiffness because we made the back wheels bigger. Rear dampers are soft. Hey, no more yellow. What are we gonna call this thing? It needs a name. It needs proper badging. It needs to be loved. We're gonna call this car the All-Road because it's designed to go anywhere, all the roads, and sometimes none of the roads. And this is the Extreme package because, well, it's pretty extreme. Fable is the name of the company that makes this car. The Fable All-Road Extreme. Oh, we need like a little badge there. What badge is Fable gonna have? Something mythical. There, a little crown. There we go. The Fable All-Road. Let's see if anyone wants to buy it. No, nobody wants to buy it. Damn. Why? It's 8.3 miles a gallon. That's why. Even in 1990, that's freaking terrible. It's only $18,000. I don't think this game takes inflation into account, so that's cheap. It's really cheap. Why don't you want to buy it? What if we sell it at barely any profit? Still nobody really wants to buy it. They're like, yeah, we'll take a few, but whatever. And I mean, this is kind of a niche vehicle. So I can kind of understand that not very many people would be interested in buying an all-wheel drive, a four-wheel drive off-road sports coupe. So let's see. Oh, driving in performance is apparently terrible. Negative 12.1 on the gearbox. It's got the best gearbox we can do for 1990. Well, this is the Fable All-Road Extreme. I guess now we can take it over to Beam and give it a test drive. Alright, here we are in BeamNG.Drive with our Fable All-Road Extreme, and I just realized I didn't paint the wheels, so they're just plain steel, whatever. This is meant to be an extreme off-road sports sedan, so let's go off-roading with it. Traction control. I hate it. Let's get rid of it. Turn that off. Okay, it handled that quite nicely. I don't even have the diff locks on, and it's handling this quite well so far. Down the hill into the river. Handles the bumps quite well. The snorkel doesn't work. We took a tiny bit of engine damage there. Let's go ahead and fix that real quick. Yeah, so far its off-road capabilities are quite good. I haven't even engaged diff locks, so let's go ahead and turn the diff locks on. Now, nothing will stop it. Okay, there we go. Just having some difficulties finding first gear for some reason. Go! Where did the power go? Seriously, what happened there? Okay, we're moving. We're moving. See, we don't need 300 horsepower. 250 is fine. Sounds nice. Screaming little 5-cylinder. Love it. Why do 5-cylinder engines sound so good? Man, look at it. It's just soaking up the bumps. I might have slightly broke the front wheel there. I definitely broke the front wheel there. So rocks are mean. We learned that. Honestly, it seems worse with the diff locks on, just because it doesn't have the freedom to kind of spin the wheels independently anymore. Other than that, you know, it works pretty good off-road. I'm quite happy with this. It's quite fun. Let's see how it handles driving on an actual paved road. Okay, it's not like super nimble, but you know, some of its on-road sportiness had to be sacrificed for its off-road capabilities, but it's not that bad actually. Let's see, what would happen if we open the center diff and then just let it be rear-wheel drive? It can leave some 11s, that's for sure. Sure, it may not be the fastest sports car, but it is surprisingly capable off-road vehicle. Like, even more so than I expected it to be. Even though I kind of went, like, full off-road capable when building the car. And it has some issues with the bogging down on the power when going into second, so I might need to tighten up the gear ratios a tad. Other than that, you know, it's really good. Alright, let's put this thing back in the 4-wheel drive. Ow! Let's go. We're going to reverse down the canyon. Ooh! That was a rough impact. And we've wedged ourselves. I was kind of hoping not to wedge it in there. Hey, we're fine. We're mostly fine. Let's gotten ourselves in an awkward situation. But it's handling this more or less. Oh yeah, see, it's fine. If only it had landed on its wheels so it could keep driving. Okay, so now we are here at the Hiroshi, however the hell you pronounce it, Hiroshi Raceway, and we are going to test the car's overall, you know, racetrack performance. We're going to do this with all the cars that we build. We're going to have 4 laps. First lap will basically be a standing start warm-up. The last 3 laps will be flying start. Fastest lap gets recorded. So let's give this thing a test run. Let's go. Okay, not good. Well, we broke the car. Let's start over. And we are off. I turned the ECS off because kicks in pretty much any time you try to turn. It's way too aggressive. Okay, we don't want to crash. I've already restarted this once. I don't want to crash the car again. Ooh. Okay. Understeer is a bit atrocious. Alright, let's get on the brakes much earlier than last time, so we can actually make this corner. No, this is not an off-road race. Get back on the tarmac. I know you would like the off-road. Alright. Warm-up lap down. Okay, so, screw trying to do multiple laps. We're just gonna do one, because lap 2 didn't end well. So our lap time is 1:55.093. That's gonna be the official lap time. We're only gonna do one lap from now on for the rest of the cars, just to make it fair and save me a bit of time in both the recording and the editing. So that is the Fable All-Road Extreme. It's a fun car. It understeers a fair bit on the tarmac, but its on-road performance is more than compensated for by its off-road capabilities, because this thing was really, really good when we took it off-road. Could use a bit more low-end torque, maybe some tweaks to the gear ratios, but overall I really like this car. It's quite nice, very fun. I hope you all enjoyed this. Please hit that subscribe button for more of this whenever I get around to doing episode 2, because I got plenty of ideas on the kind of cars I want to build. But I am open to suggestions. If you have ideas for what I should build, leave it in the comments below. And until next time, goodbye.